Hey guys, it's so good to see you. You're probably wondering what I'm doing in my kitchen, not in workout clothes, since you're used to seeing workout videos from me. But I've had a lot of people ask about what prenatal vitamins I take since I am 20 weeks pregnant now, so I have been taking prenatal vitamins for quite a while. So I wanted to go over those. I will tell you the exact brand I take and then some other things that I find are important while I'm pregnant as well. So as always, you want to check with your doctor before going through anything. I am just telling you what I use from the research I've done and what works really well for my body, but please run it by your doctor before you change or add anything to your diet. I also recommend, just from a personal standpoint and again from a healthcare practitioner standpoint, that prenatal vitamins be taken not only while you're pregnant, but also if you're trying to get pregnant. And so that's something to check with your doctor as well. But most doctors recommend that you take prenatal vitamins before you even get pregnant, so while you're trying to get pregnant. Now, what makes a prenatal vitamin different than a regular multivitamin, you might ask? So I asked myself this when I was pregnant the first time, which was about 5 years ago. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was on a brand of vitamins that I adore, and they didn't offer a prenatal at the time. And so I didn't really want to switch because I had been on it for a long time. I trusted it. I knew my body did well with it. So I took the recommendations from the prenatal vitamins. I just looked down the list of the RDA and what they wanted in a prenatal, and I compared it to the multivitamin I was taking. And it was actually the exact same. I was actually getting more from my preferred multi at the time. So I stuck with that after checking with my doctor, and then just added a little bit of iron. So a lot of times it's the iron and the folic acid that make a prenatal a little bit different. Folic acid is hugely important. Research shows that it helps with spinal birth defects in the developing fetus. So you want to get enough folic acid for sure. And then the iron can help you as a mama. While you're pregnant, you have so much more blood in your body. You have 50% more blood actually in your body when you're pregnant. So the iron is really important to help make sure that you don't become anemic. So those are the two things. So like I said, my multi at the time I loved. It gave me everything I needed when I did the research and looked at it, except the iron. So I had an extra iron supplement. But now the vitamin that I love actually makes a prenatal. So it's easy. So I stick with that and then add a few things, like I said, that I'll show you. You, of course, always want to eat a good diet as well. So a vitamin will never replace a great diet. But also on the flip side, just because you eat really well, organic, great produce, a variety of things, it doesn't mean you can't supplement with a vitamin, especially when you're pregnant. Super important to be on those prenatals, okay? So let me show you what I'm on. The brand that I prefer is called USANA. It's USANA, and I will have the link below for you. So actually, let me show you these first. So these are the prenatals. It comes in 2 bottles. Not all prenatals are like this. I'm just going to show you the ones that I use because that's what I have experience with. So it comes in 2 bottles, and you take 2 of one in the morning, 2 of the other in the morning, and then 2 at night and 2 at night. Because truly we need to spread out vitamins throughout the day. It's kind of like food. You wouldn't eat all of your food at once. So you don't necessarily want to take all of your vitamins at once. So that's some of why you can't pack everything you need into just one pill usually, because you want your body to be able to absorb it throughout the day. So if that's different than what you're used to, that's why this is a little bit different. So it's 2 bottles. One is your minerals, one is the antioxidants. And again, it has everything you need from calcium to iron, folic acid, all of your vitamins, all of that great stuff here. Okay, so that's USANA's brand of prenatal vitamins. Then on top of that, I personally choose to also take their Biomega, which is basically your omega-3 or like your fish oil pill. And I just find, again, this is personal after doing my research, I think it helps a lot. I mean, the research shows that we know omega-3s help with skin, hair, nails, our brain development, our eye development. So I do it not only for myself, but I do it for my growing baby as well. So I take 2 of these a day. That's just the recommended dosage. You know, you will get it from your avocados, you'll get it from walnuts, you can get it from salmon. I just don't always get enough of those during the day, so I supplement with an extra omega-3. And that's what this is. This is USANA's Biomega, is what it's called. And then finally, on the pill front, I choose to take a vitamin D. Again, this is just my choice. I researched, talked to my doctor, was told it's safe to take vitamin D. And it helps in general, for me at least, to stay healthy and not get sick. Basically, it helps me not get a cold. And we're coming out of winter now. It's beautiful and sunny out, but it was pretty gray at the beginning of my pregnancy, and so I wasn't getting enough sun to get my vitamin D. So I take one of these a day. It's just a vitamin D. Again, that's just my personal choice. You would want to talk to your doctor about that. So I leave it to that for my supplements. I'll occasionally take an extra calcium or something like that, but USANA is the brand that I like for those. Again, it's USANA. And I'm going to put the link below for a great resource of where I order my USANA vitamins, because you can't necessarily get them anywhere. It's all order online. And sometimes you have to sign up to be like a provider, and you don't necessarily want to do that. So the link I'll give you below is somewhere that you can just order like 1 or 2 bottles and just try it out. And then the other thing, I know it's not a supplement at all, but I'm going to put it here, is coconut oil. Oh, look, I think it's backwards. Sorry, you can still read it though. Coconut oil. I use this all the time, and I was using it before I got pregnant. I've been using it for years, but I just can't get away from it, so I had to add it here as a little extra something. I put it in my tea in the morning when I make my decaf tea. I put it on muffins that I make. I use it all the time. When I was drinking coffee, can't wait to drink coffee again, I put it in my coffee with ghee as like a bulletproof coffee. And it's just a great way to get added extra healthy fats to keep yourself feeling good, to give yourself some energy, and to help you feel full as well, which is important. You want to get calories in your body when you're pregnant quickly, early in the morning. So I find adding a little of this to my tea helps me do that. It gets my metabolism going, and it gets me those calories I need before I get breakfast, maybe 30 minutes later. All right, so hopefully that helps tell you a little bit about the prenatal vitamins I take. I know there's a lot out there, so you can look through. One thing I want to add is I hear a lot of people say that prenatal vitamins can make them really nauseous and sick to their stomachs. That can come from a couple different things. Sometimes it's the iron if you're not used to it, but I find it's actually closely related to the quality of vitamin. I have never had that problem at all on the USANA. I generally take it with food, not always, but I generally do, which might help. But a lot of times it's the quality of vitamins. So if you're getting really nauseous from your vitamins, don't give up. Don't get frustrated and try another brand. I think it's definitely worth it because you want to stay consistent with them. But like I said, you shouldn't be feeling nauseous every time you take them. Unless you're just feeling nauseous all the time from being pregnant. In that case, my heart goes out to you. I'm thinking of you, and I know nothing really makes you feel better. Just remember, you're growing another life, and it will be over in 10 months or less. And you can do this. You are strong. You can get through it. All right, so I hope that helps you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.